Hi, welcome back to The Scent Advocate. Tonight is a special video. I'm going to be covering the Francesca Bianchi fragrances in my collection. I have 16. I think the reason I've been getting so many questions about Francesca Bianchi fragrances is because she recently did a re-release of some previously discontinued fragrances, and it was quite the thing trying to get hold of them. I commented on them in a video from a few weeks back, so I think a little bit more buzz than usual around this extraordinary house and perfumer. But one of you asked me about my fragrances just, I want to say in the last 24 hours, and I've discussed them before, but in various videos. So tonight, just for you, and of course anyone else who is interested in this house, I'll go through very quickly what's in my collection and what's not. Why don't I start with what's not? The first fragrance that I don't have in my collection from Francesca Bianchi, before I go any further, how could I possibly forget? Tonight we've got water. Yay! I don't know, I'm just feeling parched these days. Yeah. Okay. What don't I have in my collection? The first is Sticky Fingers. Why? I can't tell you why. I haven't gotten around to buying a full bottle yet, and I think it's because, although I love it, it's very sweet, and yet it has a sour note that comes out as the fragrance equivalent of an aftertaste for me. And so I'm trying to figure out if it's my body chemistry, or if it's something else, or if it's just the fragrance, how I perceive the fragrance. You know, maybe when I say something else, maybe the sample is old. I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is. But Sticky Fingers has not been, while I've enjoyed testing it, it's not been something I felt compelled to purchase a full bottle of. Next, I don't have Under My Skin. Another favorite, very, very popular, and for good reason. I like it. It's a little bit too dry for me. It's got an earthiness to it, which I usually love, but there's something else going on that feels dark and dry. It doesn't lift me up. It doesn't excite me. It kind of subdues me, and that wasn't what I was looking for in a fragrance at any point when I tested it. I also don't have the Dark Side, and the reason I don't have the Dark Side, I don't know. I love it, and I may go full bottle on the Dark Side. So now this is a perfect example of a fragrance where when I first tried it, I was like, oh, no, this is not for me. But it's got a brightness to it. It's got a yellow floral in here that I absolutely love. I'm perceiving a lot of ylang ylang, and it's a thick, heavy, dark ylang ylang and incense to me, and I love it. I think this will be the next full bottle. The Dark Side by Francesca Bianchi, but for now I don't have it. And the last one I don't have is the Black Knight. Oh. I get a little bit of gasoline from this, like an oily, like a rubbery, oily, think of a shop, an auto shop type thing. And I think I've smelled that accord before, and I've enjoyed it very much. But in this, it's too masculine, it's too ready, and it doesn't suit my my disposition, my personality. It's too strong, too masculine, too thick and oily, and it's just not for me. Great stuff. It's a work of art, but it's not for me. Okay. What do I have? I have the Code of Emotion. This is so much fun because it is an oil, a fragrance oil. It's one of the sublime oils from the house. The Code of Emotion, oh, it's so beautiful. It's a fruity, I took some notes on a few of these. I'll never get through this video if I talk about each one, but this one I really do love, so just bear with me for a second. The Code of Emotion, okay. It's a 2025 release, and it's got bergamot, pink pepper, fruits, lavender, geranium, sandalwood, cedar, oak moss, and vetiver. But this is really a beautiful, fruity wood. The lavender is pretty subdued, so if you don't love lavender, that's okay. This is not going to, you know, be the strongest lavender you've ever smelled. One thing I absolutely love is just how exquisite this oil feels on me, and it really does last. Absolutely beautiful. It's got the faintest hint of cigarette smoke. Very, very faint. And it's so chic. I love it. Code of Emotion by Francesca Bianchi. Next, I've got, let's see, where are you? I want to talk about Gauguin. Oof, I love it. Well, you can imagine with Gauguin, what's in it. This is going to be heavy white tropical florals. So we've got gardenia, coconut, amber, vanilla, coconut oil, as well as just coconut meat, vetiver, and musk. This is an extrait. It's a 2026 release. This goes for about $200 for 30 ml. Let me tell you, this also has a very fresh oceanic note. It's a cool, like the Pacific itself, meets, you know, the very tender, not dry and flaky, but fresh, tender coconut meat. That gardenia mashed with the coconut oil, tiare flower and coconut oil, the manoi, beautiful. And the amber and musk I'm not really getting, but maybe just the slightest whisper of a musk. But I really think in this case, the vetiver makes the potential sweetness of the coconut nice and subdued. The coconut oil kind of weighs down the pungent, very pungent, overpowering nature of gardenia, which I love, but I sometimes struggle with wearing because it can be too overpowering on me. Not in this. It's perfect. Absolutely stunning. And like I said, the fragrance of the cool ocean just makes it exquisite. Gauguin by Francesca Bianchi. Okay, moving on. We've got, let's see. Ooh, I just love these. They're so wonderful. Let's do, where's Once Upon a Time? Once Upon a Time. Here we go. Beautiful stuff. Once Upon a Time is also a 30 ml. It's a 2025 release. It's an extrait, as Gauguin was an extrait too, by the way. So far, let me just add that Code of Emotion is probably feminine leaning. So is Gauguin. This one, Once Upon a Time, I think is also unisex, but leaning slightly feminine. So about $180 for 30 ml. This is a fruity gourmand with some powder. It's got citrus, pink pepper, almond, cotton candy, vanilla, castoreum, and musk. So it is sweet. I'm sorry, this light is just not working out for me tonight. It's sweet, but not too sweet. The castoreum subdues that hyper sweetness you might expect from not just an almond. It's supposed to be a candied almond and cotton candy. Oh, it is perfectly balanced, perfectly balanced. If you don't like animalics, you'll be fine. This is exquisite. It's got a real musk feel to it. Like picture 1970s and 1980s, a little bit of that Jovan action going on, but it's not Jovan. It's just ever so slightly a nod in that direction. Absolutely beautiful. The powderiness, I think, comes from the pink pepper, which can sometimes present to me as a powdery floral. Beautiful stuff. Very ethereal. Once Upon a Time by Francesca Bianchi. Moving on, we've got, where is the, ooh, I think we already did that one. Bear with me, friends. Etruscan Water. Let's do Etruscan Water next. There we go. Okay. Etruscan Water is for 30 ml. I think it goes for about $145. This is bergamot, tangerine, grapefruit, petitgrain, basil, immortelle, jasmine, iris, musk, ambergris, labdanum, vetiver, and oak moss. Lots of oak moss. Lots and lots of oak moss. It's got a very tart citrus at the opening. It's bergamot. It's a bergamot heavy, you know, the tangerine, the grapefruit, yeah, but it's the bergamot you get here. The petitgrain too is beautifully pronounced, very green, pungent, freshly broken young stick. Basil is subdued. The jasmine is subdued. The immortelle, definitely in there. That kind of dusty, somewhat tough, yet floral accord. Iris root, it may contribute to the dustiness. Ambergris, lots of ambergris. Beautiful. It presents to me as a very chic, sophisticated, yet arty sheep. If you are not into these kind of classic smelling sheeps, I highly recommend you to test this before you buy. Yes, I love it. It's amazing. It's also thick, and it's got an actual amber feel to it. It's not one of the notes that I read about when reading descriptions of the fragrance. However, I get an amber in here. Big time. So Etruscan Water from Francesca Bianchi. Beautiful stuff. Moving on. Let's see. Where is Voluptuous Oud? Oh, yes. This one is just, will you look at how much of this I've used? And this is powerful stuff. Same with Etruscan Water, by the way, which is definitely truly unisex. Voluptuous Oud. This is so seductive. Gorgeous stuff. 2024 release. It's an extrait, $145 approximately for 30 ml. Cistus, plum, heliotrope, oud, leather, caramel, tolu balsam, and vetiver. Lots of plum, lots of semi-dried plum. It's got just the richness. Maybe even if you've had a dried cherry, stunning. Just that rich, somewhat tangy, but not tart. Concentrated sugar, but not too sweet. It's just full-bodied, like an Amarone wine. Do you know what I mean? It's got that richness that can only come from an overabundance of sugar that's become something else more powerful. And of course, in the Amarone, you're getting a higher alcohol content. In this, you're just getting a richer, deeper expression. The leather is there, but it's not animalic. The heliotrope gives it a beautiful floral edge to that deep purple fruit. Oud, it's a Western oud if it's there. Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff. what can I say? Gorgeous expression of a Western oud. This is definitely straight unisex, potentially leaning a little masculine, but I don't mind wearing it at all. Voluptuous Oud. Next, we've got one of my favorites, Heartbreaker Mariner's Rhyme. Yes, the Mariner's Rhyme. $145 for 30 ml. You get an extrait, and it's a 2024 release. This is bergamot, elemi, grapefruit, lavender, iris, ozone, orange blossom, oak moss, frankincense, patchouli, and amber. Yes. Smells like the ocean. Smells like the ocean amplified. This is, if you've ever seen a beautiful dramatic painting of a stormy sea, it's an exaggeration of the ocean. That's what this is. It's the ocean exaggerated. The oceanic accord is not dissimilar from some of the Zoologist aquatics. I want to say it's potentially penguin. I think it's penguin. Has a little bit of this. So if you like penguin, you're probably gonna like this. They're different. I have them both in my collection, but it's got that like an ozone accord, sometimes expressed as a pink pepper or even a white pepper, but just a stunner, and the oak moss sets it off beautifully. This perfumer, Francesca Bianchi, she's an incredible chemist. These are all so dramatically expressive. And in this case, you know, an amazing interpretation of the cold, you know, tumultuous North Atlantic. Mariner's Rhyme. Next, we've got, let's see here. How about we do sorry about that. Encounters. Did we do encounters? Encounters, where are you? Here we go. Encounters. Yes. I'm trying to get through these quickly. That's why I'm like flipping through these notes and everything. There we go. Okay, encounters. This is an extrait released in 2023. It's 30 ml and it goes for about $180. So this is bergamot, orange, cassis, lavender, coriander, iris butter, rose, angelica, cinnamon, ambergris, castoreum, oud, sandalwood, cedar, benjoin, Peru balsam. And it's an amber floral. It's an amber floral that is rich and decadent. It's like have you ever had a creme brulee, a vanilla creme brulee with the top a little bit toasty, right? This isn't just barely hard. This is caramelized. This is dark like the color of this. And it's got that rich caramel flavor. That's what comes out in this, to the point that it's not too sweet, but it's very, very rich, resinous, beautiful. There is iris butter in here, that iris concrete. It's like a rich, thick, but at the same time powdery concoction, kind of rounding out the cinnamon. The ambergris and castoreum are, again, present, but very, very faintly in the background, just adding dimension to this beautiful kind of powdery amber floral. The angelica is very muted. So is the oud and the balsam. This is I would have expected a lot more, maybe even some frankincense in here, but I don't see it. But that's what I'm getting. It's a very amber forward fragrance, and yet the resins are, I think, missing entirely. Interesting stuff, but not unusual for Francesca Bianchi. This definitely leans feminine. Gorgeous stuff. How are we doing on time? I'm going to try to get through these quickly because otherwise I never will. Where is... Oh boy, I think I'm missing one. All right. Gosh, there's a lot. Should I do this in 2 parts? I feel you thinking perhaps I should. Let's do Unspoken Musk. I just love that one so much. Here we go. Oh, yes. Unspoken Musk. What can we say about this? It's an X-Straight 2022 release, 30 ml, $180. This is Bergamot, Immortelle, Magnolia, Iris, Civet, Castoreum, Butter, Tonka, Vanilla. Now, this is meant to mimic natural musk. That was the idea behind this. Or it's called Musk Tonkin. Dirty, sweet, intimate, very compelling and warm. It's got a sensuality to it, but in a very private kind of, you know, just extremely intimate way. It's distinct from, you know, your Western musks. It's not the Jovan musk going on. This is its own thing, right? This isn't an animal musk, even though, you know, there's civet and castoreum in here. It's just not animalic to me. But I think a lot of people feel it is. I think it's human. Very much so. The butter, I don't get a whole lot of that in here. There's a thickness, a heaviness to it, but it's not like, I wouldn't say butter. Just very, very sexy, very intimate. This is, you know, you've you've been hanging out together for a while. It's been a few hours. Unspoken Musk. Okay. Let's do Libertine Neroli. Where are you, Libertine? Oof. I struggle with Neroli. Great stuff, but it can be a bit overpowering for me. But I had to have this one. It is exquisite. It's an X-Straight, goes for about $145. It's 30 ml, and it's a 2022 release. Petitgrain, Bergamot, Neroli, of course, Iris, Geranium, Oak Moss, Labdanum, Leather, and Benzoin. Okay. Gosh, every time I smell this, I catch something else. There's even a hint of cayenne pepper in this. It doesn't make you want to sneeze or anything weird like that, but it's definitely there. That very hot kind of red pepper. But all in a good way. It's a little bit animalic just around the edges. It's offset by a strong citrus and kind of tamed by that iris. There's an earthiness and a classic quality that comes from the oak moss. A nod in the direction of a classic sheep. This smells like something you would have worn in the 70s, the late 70s, but you would have been a fashion icon wearing it, right? This is timeless, but its time might have begun years ago. Gorgeous stuff. The neroli is definitely present. So if you don't like neroli in any shape or form and you're interested in this, test it first. But as nerolis go, I find this to be really, really palatable. And like I said, they don't usually work out on me. I appreciate them. I like them, but they're not usually for me. This one is for me. It is unforgettable. This makes an impression. Libertine Neroli. All right, I am going to stop here with the descriptions, but I'll go through the rest very quickly of what's in my collection that I haven't covered yet. The essence. The essence is meant to be a booster. It's meant to go with other fragrances to give it what is described as the Francesca Bianchi DNA. It's got a powdery, kind of a human musk, I think, going on, but it's not animalic. Some people describe it as animalic. I don't. It's a booster. I think it wears beautifully alone as well. Perfectly unisex. Angel's Dust, very quickly. It's a beautiful, powdery, florally type sheep. Stunning, light, leans feminine. Lost in Heaven. I love it. It's got a slight hint of a, it's very clean, elevated. It's got a little animalic around the edge, but something of a, like a salve, a soothing salve, a little hint of a Vicks Vapo Rub in there. Gorgeous stuff, though. It's not like that. It's just got a nod in that direction, and I think it's the animalic expressing itself against these heavy florals in here. Luxe Volupte, Byzantine Amber, Sex and the Sea, and Tyger Tyger. Oh, so beautiful. These are all amazing. All right, so now you've seen the entire collection of Francesca Bianchi that I have. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you want me to talk about the ones I rushed through, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know which specifically you'd like me to focus on. If there's genre, you know, a certain floral that are in the fragrances, one or many of them, I'll be happy to dive into that. But an extraordinary house, if you haven't explored it, I highly recommend it. I am expecting one, and it is from that recent release of previously discontinued fragrances. One that I don't have that I definitely want that I wasn't able to get is Sticky Lips. I did a video where I talked about it. It was a whole debacle. I tried desperately to get it when it was re-released, and I failed miserably. So if you have ever tried Sticky Lips and you are willing to impart your description, please do in the comments. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.